thanks for joining me today. Today I've got another meat video for you. So this is from the Perdido River Meat in Atmore. So I've been meaning to go, but there's Perdido River Farms, which is open Monday through Friday in Atmore also, which is this, then Perido River Meats, which is the whole process area, which is open Monday through Saturday. So I was not able to go to the River Farms, so I'm bringing you stuff from River Meats, which is the same company essentially. So I've got their big box of, this is the family bundle, and the family bundle is $199 before taxes, and so it should last a whole family of 4 about a month or so. And I'm gonna show you what I've got in and it's in my box. It is frozen, so it's gonna be, let me see if I can open it. Should I open it before? But here we are. Hi you guys, since I was off, I'm gonna take a trip down to Atmore, which is an hour, almost an hour and 15-minute drive from me. So this one should have, we should have 15 pounds of ground beef, 1 chuck roast, 1 sirloin tip roast, 3 packs of New York strip, 5 pounds of stew meat, and 5 pounds of cube steak. So let's see what we have. I'll show you what they look like. So here's the beef New York strips. So we're supposed to get 3 packs of that. See how heavy and back, look at how good they are. So they've been sitting in my house for about, I would say about 2 or 3 hours now, since we had things to take care of since I got home. So here's how thick they are. That's 1 pound, that's 1 pack. New York strip and New York strip. So we should have 3 of those. And then they've got, let me show you the 15 pounds of the ground beef. So they're packed individually in a 1 pound bag, which is perfect because I do like to make burgers and stuff, and I don't use a whole tube or big one. I use maybe 1 or 2 pounds since there's 4 of us. Sometimes more than that if I have guests over. And then your beef sirloin tip roast, which I'm getting 1 of these, which is, like you said, it's still nice and frozen. There was 15 of these eggs in here, and now I've got beef cube steaks. I have, that is supposed to have 5 pounds of that. So let's see, we have 5 of those. Beef chuck roast. Here we are. So there you go. I've got a couple bags of these. This is perfect. That was in 2 increments. And then we have these beef stew meat, and we are getting 5 pounds of those. Let's see. Let me look for it. Here's some more. And here we are. And that's what it looks like. Beef stew meat. Let's put them up away so I don't mix them. Make sure. While I'm showing you, I'm doing inventory at the same time. I always do. I don't know why. And then we have the beef chuck tender roast. So 1 pack of these beef chuck tender roast, but you can look at it better on here. Look how big this roast is. See, the size a little bit bigger than the size of my head. And then put it up. So that's should be all that I have in here. You got the beef stew, and then the beef cube steak over here, and that's what it looks like. So And I've got this big box of course, like I said, 15 pounds of these meats. And then you have the chuck roast, which is pretty quite heavy. You get one of those. And then you have your sirloin tips, which was I'm trying to see where my sirloin tips was, like here. I got one of those. And then you have your 3 packs of your New York strips, which I showed you. And they look pretty good too. And your beef stew meat, which is like that. And then you have your beef cubes. So, and this whole box of meat is $1.99. So I love it because if I buy it individual, I know it's going to cost me more. So if you're ever in Atmore, in their area, stop by. I think they're open pretty early. I know on Saturdays they were open at 8 o'clock, so we got there right after 8. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.